So guys, it's Macaris cakes and here. So if it's your first time watching me in this video, you're welcome to my channel. And in this video, guys, I'll be sharing with you some tips on how you can actually use to achieve a perfect moist cakes like you did before. So if you're interested, guys, then you definitely want to keep on watching. So like I said in the beginning part of this video, I was starting to share with you some tips on how you can use in achieving a perfect moist cakes. Now the number one tip that has been working perfectly for me is, like this is one of my secret that many people don't really know, and many people are always like, it is good, they say like that, are you sure it's okay? Now number one is freeze your cakes. Yes guys, freeze your cakes. This is one simple important aspect that actually make your cake moist. Guys, after baking your cakes and then you allow it to cool, you can actually freeze your cakes. The more you freeze your cakes, the better taste it becomes. Most customers are like, please, I don't want freeze cakes, I don't want my cakes, I don't want you to give the cake that's there. But only if they knew that's where the taste lies, because most of them don't know. Most of them just believe that when you freeze your cakes, it means that it's old or it's an old stock. But the truth is, no, freeze your cakes, the more the moistness it becomes, because when you freeze your cake, those ices that actually makes the cake that actually freezes the cake, by the time you bring it out to thaw, you will see how soft and tender that cake becomes. By the time you want to use your cake, now you probably want to cover it with buttermilk or whipping on that. If you actually bring it out, you allow it to thaw. The more it thaw, the more the cake becomes. And if you notice, if it is thawing, you find that it's soft, right? Now that is the moisture we are talking about here. So your cake becomes more moisture, like it becomes more moist when it's in the freezer, right? So that is number one tip of you achieving a perfect moist cake. Try this tip. Thank you, ladies. The second tip I'm going to share with you right now is bake your cakes using the right oven temperature. Like, there are some cakes that need too much heat, while there are some cakes that need, normal heat. Now, the temperature you use in baking this is different from what baking cakes. I repeat myself again, in case you don't know, the temperature baking your pastries is different from the temperature used in baking your cakes. Another thing you need to understand that there are some cakes that don't have the same oven temperature. Take for instance fruit cakes, chocolate cakes, red velvet cakes. Their oven temperature is different from vanilla. So if you're using the temperature of vanilla cake for your red velvet or chocolate cake, definitely it's either your red velvet cake will turn out hard, like you will not only that it's going to get bad in the oven, you will not even feel the moisture of the cake. So guys, try to control your oven temperatures. Not all cakes uses the same oven temperature. For vanilla cake is different from red velvet cake. Fruit cake, we all know it's a dense cake, and fruit cake has low temperature when baking. So try to understand the difference. Make sure that you're using you are using a normal heat for your cakes. If you don't understand, you can actually go to Google. Google is your best friend. You can actually Google some different kind of heat that works perfect for your cakes. So okay, guys, baking with a good heat for your cakes is important towards achieving a moist cake. And when you're baking, by the time you find cake is almost getting baked, please stay close to your oven. Do not make the mistake of leaving your cake and then you go elsewhere to do something else. If the top is well baked and then probably the center is probably remaining a little bit to get fully baked, please stay very close to your cakes, to your oven, so that your cakes will not dry out in the oven. There's some oven that that probably affects drying of cake in the oven that like that. Also, try to use oven thermometer to bake your cakes. It's actually very important. If you don't have this, you can get in the market, you can check some baking stores. Look at this picture right here. This is an example of what an oven thermometer. Please try to get it. It's very important for your cake. I don't do without my oven temperature, guys. So try to get temperature, oven thermometer for your cakes. Put inside your oven baking. It's very important. Okay, so the number 2 tip is what? Bake at a normal heat. Be conscious of the heat of your oven. Alright. Third one is you can use sugar syrup to achieve the moisture. Probably unknowingly to you, your cake actually got dried in the oven. Yes, sugar syrup to the rescue. But then, you know, I hardly use sugar syrup from syrup because I'm always very conscious of my cakes while I'm baking it. So I use sugar syrup. But then it's also a lifesaver just since your cake actually is, you know, unknowingly to you dried oven. You can use sugar syrup. And how do you make your sugar syrup? Well, I have a video, you know, whereby I have a video on how to make perfect sugar syrup. So I'm going to put the link in this particular so that you can click on it and watch how to make sugar syrup for your cakes. Is actually really, you know, it's also okay as well. So like I said, if you don't know how to make it in this video, click on it in the description and then watch. Also, aside the fact, you know, using sugar syrup, most of us, you know, we don't have a good recipe, because even if you don't want to use sugar syrup, if you have good cake recipe, trust me, your cakes will always, you know, come out very moist after baking it. So having recipe problem is also one part that can make your cakes not to come out moist. So make sure that your recipes are good. If you don't have good recipes, you know, you can scroll down to this. We have some amazing cake recipes that you can actually use for your, you know, cakes. Okay, so guys, take your time to scroll down on my YouTube channel. There's some amazing videos in there. Alright, so that's all about, you know, the third tip, which is what? Use sugar syrup for your cakes. It's a lifesaver, guys. It's really a lifesaver. Finally, guys, the number 4 tip is what? Make sure that your cakes are cool enough before, you know, covering it. You know, let me just say, there's some people whereby, or there are some bakers after they bake their cakes from the oven, after their cakes leave, most people use foil to cover the cake in the pan so as to allow the heat, you know, to retain the moisture. Some, you know, some actually what remove it from the pan, and then they use a chiffon material cloth to cover it. While some people, you know, they just put the cake on the rack and, you know, allow it to cool properly before they cover it. So people that, you know, that use these 3 different methods that I just talked about. But then I don't know, you can actually do what works for you anyway. If you're the type that uses foil to cover your cake the moment it's out from the oven, then, or if you're the type that, you know, uses chiffon cloth to cover it just so as not to it's still okay. So do what works for you, guys. But the important thing is that the moment the moment your cake is cool enough, please stop immediately, you know, using a cling film. Okay, some people use nylons. Maybe you probably don't want to buy a cling film, but then cling film is a kind of, it's also a good way to, you know, using your cakes so that it will not dry off, and, you know, to also retain the moisture. Cover your cakes when it's cool enough is very important. So this is another way, you know, you can use in what? Achieving a moist cake. I know most of us are really familiar with this one, but then, you know, it's still important for you to still know this as well. So guys, I hope you understand these 4 important tips you can use in achieving a moist cake. The one I love is the freezed one. Like, I love the freezed cakes are really good, guys. So just try that and see. Believe me, you know, you're going to thank me later. Like, you're going to thank me later. Like, try it. Freeze your cake, guys, and allow it to. So even when you finish the cake and then you put it in the freezer, there are some cakes like whipped cream cake. I've tried it several times because I'm done decorating a whipped cream cake. When it's in the freezer, when I need to bring it out on the table for you to thaw, guys, the softness on this cake is, you know, is something else. So moisture and the softness is, you know, is something else, guys. So guys, try these tips, and, you know, I hope it works perfectly for your cakes. Okay, so we have come to the end of this video. If you like this video, kindly give it a thumbs up, share it to different social media platform, drop a comment about this video and let me know your thoughts. Okay, so guys, thank you so much. I have other videos whereby you can actually watch. Please subscribe to my channel to get more videos, updates. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. It's very important for me and for you guys. Please subscribe. Have an amazing time while watching this video. See you in my next video. Bye.